Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Perpetual Tech Noobs 1 Hour Algo Challenge. You know what we came here to do. Let's go build something. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Amari, your Perpetual Tech Noob, learning more with you. I'm sure you saw that video, right? The last video where Elite Coder decided to spank me. Anyway, I'm back. We gotta hit this algorithm. We gotta go for another medium because I'm not playing with them. We gotta start right now. Let's go. Longest word in dictionary through deleting. Given a string S in a string array, dictionary. Return the longest string in the dictionary that can be formed by deleting some of the given string characters. If there is more than one possible result, return the longest word with the smallest lexicographical order. If there are no possible results, return the empty string. Let's go to the constraints, because that was a real simple description, but I can't say I totally understood it. Let me read it one more time just in case. Given a string S and a string array dictionary, so you have a string and you have a list of strings called dictionary. Why is a list of strings? Anyway, whatever. Return the longest string in the dictionary that can be formed by deleting some of the given string characters. If there is more than one possible result, return the longest word with the smallest lexicographical order. If there's no possible result, return the empty string. So, constraints. But I can't say I totally understood that anymore the second time reading it over, but let's figure it out. The string length is anything between 1 and 1,000 characters. The dictionary length is anything between 1 and 1,000 items in a list, because it says dictionary, but it's a list. Anyway, the length of any individual word in dictionary is between 1 and 1,000 characters. S in dictionary I consists of lowercase English letters. Well, that's good to know that we don't have to worry about the capitals. So let's go and try this out. Input S is ABP CPLEA. The dictionary has 4 items: ale, apple, monkey, plea. Now we could already see that monkey's not here. They don't have not one M. Plea is definitely there, right? We can make plea. Apple, AP, you don't have to. Oh, you do have 2 P's, pardon me. Okay, APPLE, that's fine, right? We can make apple. And we could definitely make ale. So out of ale, plea, and apple, of course, apple is the largest. So apple is the output. Okay, now we have, on the second example, we have A, B, P, C, P, L, E, A. And in the dictionary, we have A, B, and C. A, B, and C are all there. And of course, A would be the lowest in the lexicograph, right? The smallest lexicographical order, seeing that they're all the same length. So A would be the return. Okay. Now, that being the case, my intuition is to say I want to make an actual dictionary, not just something called dictionary, but I want to make an actual dictionary of the characters in S, so I can get their occurrence, and then every word that is in here, I'll check to see that, I guess, the count of their occurrence, of their letter occurrence. I'll have to see if it is suitable to match up with the dictionary that I made from S. Making sure that they don't have any letters that's not in that dictionary from S, and making sure that they don't have any amount of characters, that would exceed the amount of the same character that is in dictionary S. Now, when I do that check, I could, I'll put those all in a list. I could then sort that list by, maybe I would want to find the longest length word in that list, that checked list. And if there are multiple words that have that same length, then I would have to decipher which one would come first in the lexicograph. So, with that explained, let's try this out. I am going to actually type out my intuition. All right, the first thing I want to do is make dictionary for S. Why does it look like it's lagging? Dictionary. For strings, I guess you would call it, strings in y'all ain't seeing all this. My horrible typing skills. Let's say make a dict for S so that we don't get too confused in the list called dictionary. Okay. For strings in the list called dictionary, what we're going to do is filter out strings that can't be, that filter out strings that, to save a little time, because evidently I'm lost with words, that don't match S dict character count. Right? And after I filter them out, Find the longest string or strings if there's more than one item in the filtered list. If there's more than one item in the filtered list, well, how about this? Sort the filtered longest strings and return the first. And of course, if there were, hold on, that could go earlier, but I'll type it here anyway. If there are no strings in dictionary, that correspond, matches. Stop trying to be intricate, sir. Anyway, if there are no strings in dictionary that matches, return empty string. Empty string. Now, like I said, this could go earlier. Make a tick for string, ask for strings in the dictionary, filter out the strings that don't match the SDIC's character counts. And that will go there. Find the longest strings in the filtered list. Okay. All right. Intuition explained, documented. Let us move forward. How long did that take to get some understanding? 13 minutes. Wow. Anyway, the first thing I'm going to do is make a dict for the S string, right? So I'm going to call it S dict. Pardon me, you all know already, or you should realize, I love list iteration and it's so succinct, all right? I'm not playing around. C and S dot count C for C in set S, because if there's up to 1,000 characters, there's gonna be a lot of repeats evidently, so there's no reason for me to go crazy and have the algorithm, going over 1,000 characters. Matter of fact, for me to say C S dot count C, every time that it reaches that C, it's gonna have to count everything all over again. And as far as I could figure, every time that count goes on, we're going through the entire list. So this is most likely going to be extremely slow. But I'm gonna keep going because if anything, it's gonna only happen 26 times at most because there's only a maximum of 26 characters in the English alphabet and we're not using capitals. So let's hope that that works out pretty fine. It's not too slow. We got the dictionary. For strings in the list called dictionary, we're gonna filter out strings that don't match SDIC's character counts. So I could probably do that with list iteration too, but that would be pretty hard. So let's make a new variable, right? And it's gonna be called, I don't wanna say checked list, but good strings, how about that? Good strings. And it's gonna equal an empty list so far. And what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna make a for loop to go through every word in dictionary. In every word in dictionary, I guess I can make a temporary dictionary for every word. I could basically, redo this. So my question is to myself now, if I'm going to be doing this constantly, should I just make a function? It's not really necessary, but I hope a function, why not? Create dictionary. Create dictionary. Yes, create dictionary. Yeah, I know y'all looking at me real funny right now. I know y'all. Def create dict. We're gonna bring in a string and we're gonna return this. A dictionary where you have the count, the character, and the count of that character and whatever string comes in. So s.dict equals create dict s, right? Now, like I said earlier, I want to go through the words in the list that's called dictionary, and I'm going to use this function every time to create a small dictionary, and basically I could match the letters in there. Hold on now. The first thing I could do I don't want to start making sets for everything, because that would be an easy way to figure out if I had the set of monkey, right? And the first character was the M, and I could see that how about this? a for loop, right, for the letters for the strings in the list called dictionary. For item in dictionary. Current dict equals create dict item. A for loop inside of a for loop. Ouch. Anyway, I'm gonna continue on. For character in, okay, the next move I'm gonna say is for character in the current dict. The first thing I'm gonna say is if a character is not in sdict, right? The original dictionary for the original string, then I could pass, right? For C in current dict, if C not in sdict, what we gotta do is break. Is it break or is it continue? Or we could just say pass, right? If C is not in sdict, pass. Or my issue is that not only if C is not in sdict, if current dict C, which is going to be a number, the amount of, whatever character it is, the count of that character in that current word that we're looking at was called item right now. Maybe I should change that to word or string. No, I'll leave it as item. Anyway, if the current character that we're looking at, if we have more of its occurrence in current dict than we do in sdict, then that's also a word we can't use. So let's try that out, right? For C, if C not in sdict or current dict C, current dict C is greater than sdict C, then we're going to just pass, right? I really got to get better at making sure I turn off the phone before I start recording for you. Pardon me, please. I try my best. Well, so far, my plan, my rules are not to edit out while I'm doing this. So you'll hear all the foolishness that goes on in my brain while my brain is churning on these problems. And yeah, like I said, even if it's not necessary, I don't want to edit it out. So even this, where I'm wasting time explaining that, will not be edited out. And I only got 35 minutes left. So let's try to get something going. If C not in sdict or current dict C is greater than S-C, what we're going to do is just pass. And that's for C in current dict. So we don't want to just pass because we don't want to end up just passing it by and go into the next letter in C. We do want to break. We want to get out of here and go to the next item. And if not, break and continue. I'm wondering which will one will be better in this situation. Anyway, I'm gonna have to figure it out in time. If C not in S dict or current dict C is greater than S dict C, what we're gonna do is break so far. Right, to get out of that and hopefully go on to the next item. And after that, if you can get past that, what we're gonna do is add the that item, but it won't be here. I'm gonna add the item to good strings if it works out. Right? So when that's all said and done, I'm gonna want a printout to find out if good strings actually got a decent list of items. Print what happened? Right. We're gonna print out good strings to see if it actually worked out properly. And if the length of good strings is 0 after it's all said and done, then we're gonna return an empty string. And of course, if it is populated, we'll find. Okay, so first let's just tackle this as it comes. Okay, if the length of good strings is less than 0, sorry, is 0 or less is equal to 0. How about that, sir? Is equal to 0. Then what we're gonna do is return an empty string. Now, if we could get past that, what we're going to do is we're gonna have to get a count of every one, right? Should I make another list? Oh boy, list iteration, man. All right. Let's say good strings lengths. That's gonna sound real crazy, but whatever. All right. Good string lengths, and that would be another list of all the lengths of the items in good strings. Hold on, how about this? Good strings max length. Good strings max length. With this variable, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that list of the counts, the lengths of the items in good strings, and I'm just going to take the maximum number out of it, right? So let's say max list iteration, and we're going to say string dot count. Sorry, pardon me. Length of string for string in good strings. Right? And we're trying to find the max. Now, we can apply two filters after that. I believe that was the method I was planning. Find the longest strings in the filtered list, sort the filtered longest strings, and return the first. So let's say we're gonna filter this out. Best strings, how about that? Best strings equals list filter. What we're filtering good strings. I don't think I have to actually write the word key, right? And as a matter of fact, in filter, I'm just about sure that the actual filter comes first. So let's try that. I'm gonna use lambda function, of course. Lambda x, the length of x is equal to good strings max length. And because I'm not sure, I haven't used filter in quite some time, let's make sure we print out the return on that. Best strings. Why am I still pressing the shift button with the caps on? Anyway, y'all don't hear that either. Best strings. And what I'm going to do after that is best. They're not gonna just return the best one, right? So let's say this. Return sorted best strings and the very first item. And before I do that, let me print that out too. best string. And best string would be this. Okay, that was pretty lengthy. Let's run it and see what goes on. First of all, took over half the time. Let's go. Wrong answer on the very first one. Now Monkey came back. Why did Monkey come back? Monkey was supposed to be filtered out from early. Evidently Monkey came back. So I know I'm just reaching in the dark right now. Because see, this good strings that append item, it looks like it's gonna happen regardless, right? So that's my issue. For seeing current dict, break and continue is not helping out with this, right? Maybe I should try it with list iteration. This here, pardon me. This here I gotta deal with. I need to make sure that only appropriate words make it into the list. So the question is, do I need good strings in particular? Maybe I could just run through the regular dictionary and I can't do that either. If I just start pulling out words, my for loop is going to go crazy because they're going to be expecting to go to the next item, and the next item will be 2 items over, because once I erase the item that I'm on, the next one moves over to take its place, but the for loop is just going to move over to the next index, which will be, you know, basically me skipping a particular word, a particular string in that list. So how about this? Shooting in the dark, everybody. I'm gonna make something called a faulty count. And I'm gonna start it at 0 every time, and if there is, no, I really don't have to do that. I just have to figure out a way for seeing current dict. If C is not an S dict, or if current dict C is greater than S dict C, it's not about breaking. I know, long drawn out pause, but I'm thinking this out. Pardon me, everyone. 20 minutes left. Come on, Amari. Good strings. Let me stop wasting time. I am gonna make that faulty count. What I'm going to do is set it to 0, and if if the current character is not an S dict, then not only will you break, but you'll add, what happened? You'll add faulty count, right? Add 1 to faulty count. Plus equals 1. And then you'll break, and if faulty count is equal to 0, then you could add the good string. You could append the item to good strings. If faulty count equals 0, right? So let's see how that turns out. Okay, but this is extremely verbose, and it might be extremely slow as well. So let's try this out. How much time do we have left? 17 minutes. Wow. This is not going to be 100% ranking if I make it through. We'll see. All right. It's only 1,000 words at 1,000 length, but just to make sure that our printouts are not what slows it down where it's not working, or not fast enough to even register, I'll mute them for now. Okay, got a wrong answer. This one here. Now, AWE, right? Already taken care of. FAW, let's say taken care of with an extra F in there. There go the extra F. There we go. And then you need another W, A, and F. So what was the issue? We had enough to take this word. FAW, FWA, FAW with the E. FAW, FAW, FAW with the E. How about this one? EWA, FE, that one wouldn't work. You have too much E's already. AWEFE. We have 2 E's. I see one. This one also wouldn't work. and AWEF. Wouldn't that AWEF? That's the same amount of characters. Wouldn't that be the one? Why would it be this one? I thought they wanted what was lexicographically smaller. They have the same anyway, and not to mention, first of all, Apple wouldn't work because there's no P's. AWE, FAW, FWA, and then one last F. Why wouldn't this word be the one? I don't understand that. Let's go back to the description, as maybe I missed something. Given a string S and a string array dictionary, return the longest string in the dictionary that can be formed by deleting some of the given string characters. The longest string, that's the first thing that they want. If there's more than one possible result, return the longest word, string really, with the smallest lexicographical order. If there is no possible result, return the empty string. Now, evidently, I don't think I'm going to pass this one either, but at the same time, I'm real upset with this. I don't understand why this was an issue. I really don't. Wow, 2 fails in a row, and I got my mock interview in about a half an hour. I could just finish this time, but this is like 2 horror shows in a row. I didn't want to do this to you. Out of 31 tests, more than halfway there. But this is really creeping me out right here. Is it EW? Hold on. If I had an EW, AF, maybe that's what it is that I'm supposed to erase. You had the wrong idea. I'm supposed to be able to erase letters out of C to make these words. So let's say in this one, L-A-L-E, I could make that. Apple, of course, is only one. Well, no, there's 2 P's. A-P-P-L-E, I could make that. Monkey, of course not. Plea, of course, I could make that also. That's spelled out right here. So that was my issue. A total lack of understanding. And they actually did spell it out. Excuse me. Formed by deleting some of the given characters. So what I'm supposed to do is go through S every time. I didn't have to go through making this dictionary. I'm thinking that I could not only have the characters available to me to make the word, but I'm thinking that I can rearrange them, and they never said that. They said by deleting some of the given characters. So the good thing about the difference, if I was actually doing a interview, I would have the proctor there where I could ask that question and say, can I rearrange the words in the input S? The letters, pardon me. Can I rearrange the characters in the input S to make a word that's in dictionary? Or do you want it? And I would have got a little clarification. They would have been able to be like, maybe you didn't hear me correctly. Let me just reiterate. but I went off on my own intuition, and evidently it was wrong. So another fail. Y'all wish me luck that my mock interview is a little bit simpler than these two last problems that I went through. But I'm going to stop the clock because I don't have the time to even try to go through this. Let me get prepared for my interview. You know how it go, y'all. We'll be back again to build again. For now, I wish you the best. You know, in life, and especially in software development, it's okay to be a loser, as long as you don't remain a loser. I might be a perpetual tech noob, but I refuse to be a perpetual loser. Wow. I thought that 29 was the lowest I could go. I could win a limbo competition. Anyway. All right, y'all. Until next time, you know how it goes. Keep building.